even if Liverpool had to draw that game, which they didn't, we have failed. We hear the unbeaten in so many games, but we failed to win a Premier League game in 5 games. Premier League action back. Liverpool against Bournemouth. Liverpool away to Bournemouth. Liverpool got a great result during the week with Marseille. Looked to put in a good performance. It was good performances from players. And tactically, they look better than they have in previous weeks. But today, as we all know, is a different challenge. The Premier League is a tougher grind. Now, let's go through the lineup, as we always do. Alisson, Kirkes. I think Kirkes is flying. Robertson looks like he's going to go to Spurs. And to be honest, he probably wants to play first team football with the World Cup coming up and everything. So I think, he's obviously probably pushed for this move. I just hope that Kirkes can stay fit for the rest of the season. Because in fairness to him, he's starting to grow into the role, as they say. So, I think just talk about Tsimikas coming back from Roma. So we'll see. But anyways, Kirkes, Van Dijk and Gomez is in for Konate. Konate's still not back. And I thought Gomez was very good tonight. I said that. I think he was very good. I think he was very good in his pass, and he didn't even give a ball away. He didn't stray a pass. He was solid. Frimpong, right full. I think Frimpong has been better in these last weeks as well. As you said, new signings, which is great. Gravenberch, McAllister, Wirtz, Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai has been our best player all season. To be fair, overall, he is. He's been dynamite. Salah, Gakpo. And that's it. So no place for Ekatika, which I'm surprised, but I've seen Slot's interview and he said, look, he's resting him more or less. He just wants to make sure he lasts the season, which I'm sure he will. I'm happy to see Salah back. I want to see him. If he can start scoring goals again, it'd be great for us. Look, overall, I know I've been probably wouldn't say overcritical, but I have been really nailed on about how poor Liverpool's playing. And I'm not going back on that because I genuinely think that. But looking at the table, you're still saying to yourself, if they can't win the league, and let's be real, Arsenal and City is far away the better teams. Liverpool are just trailing probably Aston Villa 7 points here. So, Liverpool look like they should get Champions League. I mean, there's a 5th spot now, as we know. So, what will that be seen as? Will that be seen as a success? Now, look, coming off winning the league, I think our football is not great, and I think the results haven't been great. But if he gets us back into the Champions League, he could hold on to his job for next season. Who knows? But they have to cement that. I think they will get Champions League. I mean, I'm just looking here. Who can, you're talking Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, and the matches between them. But Newcastle, obviously, you're not too far back, and they might make a late run. Anyone else below that, I can't see them. So, as results and as where you are on the table, if to get to the Champions League football, it could be deemed as decent. But I'd like to throw an FA Cup in with that. I'd like to get a run in the Champions League. I genuinely don't think we are, but I'd love to see it. I want to see this being turned around. I want to see Liverpool play better football. I want to see them get results. Once they start getting results, the negativity, even for me, will be gone. But it remains to be seen. Let's see how we fare out over the next few games. But obviously, every game is important, so it starts with now. We're back on. Yes, we beat Marseille. Everything is all good, but let's see, can we do it against Bournemouth? We'll be back at halftime. So that's Bournemouth 2, Liverpool 1. First half. It's actually probably the only time in weeks, months maybe, I don't know, where I actually felt, we're actually look a different team here. I thought we looked very, very good for the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Szoboszlai was pressing from the start. He was on the front foot. I like to see that, putting them under pressure. I thought even Salah started off a bit sharp, and there was a couple of overhit passes to him, but they went out. But I thought he looked sharp at the start. McAllister made a couple of good interceptions and tackles that I spotted him, and I thought everything is starting to look nice here. We're comfortable, and I was very impressed with them. Then, of course, as soon as the first goal goes in, boom, we just lose it. We just turned into a different team as soon as we conceded that first goal, and we stopped playing. And of course, then you have the second goal. When the second goal went in, by Van Dijk's standards, that's very poor. He should have dealt with that better. And even his reaction after touching it was a bit, I thought, slow, sluggish. So he didn't he didn't. He knows that himself. Obviously, I thought he could have done better. But look, he got us back into it. So we're going into this game. We're going into halftime 2-1 down. We shouldn't be down 2-1. I felt we're better than that. But having said that, we're still, we are down. I do feel that we're going to get a result out of this game. I think I think there could be a goal or two in this game. I think actually Liverpool will come back. But look, Liverpool turned off for 10 minutes and they conceded 2 goals. The thing is, Bournemouth come out and want to play, and they're at home. I always say this: home team will always attack and go out. We look better because obviously they're not playing the lower block. But they have something to defend now in this game. So they're going into the second half 2-1 up, and they have something to defend. So you might see this second half Bournemouth having loads of players behind the ball and doing something similar as if they were coming to Anfield, because they have a lead now. They have something to defend, and we're going to see then how how we'll react, because that's where we really struggle, is when we can't break teams down. But at the moment we look good because Bournemouth are coming out at us. But we're still down 2-1, as you know. But the second half's to come now. I think we'll get a result. I genuinely think, we're better today than we usually are. And I think we'll nick a goal. Joe Gomez, pity about him going off again as well. Like, him and Alisson collided. So, yeah, it's just Gomez. Endo's after coming in now. Endo's caught cold. Endo hasn't had much game time, so I'm just hoping he's able to get up the pace quick enough. But anyways, look, second half is coming. I think we'll get a result. So that's it. Bournemouth 3, Liverpool 2. I'm just looking here. I'm giving out Liverpool about being a foul for the third goal. It wasn't a foul. It's a genuine goal. They lost the game. Look, it was actually an uneventful second half. For the first 15 minutes, actually, Bournemouth had everyone behind the ball in their own half. And I thought this was going to be a whole half. Van Dijk was literally picking it up at half. He was actually in the halfway line for 15 minutes, but picking his passes out. And I thought, this is going to be the whole half of them defending this lead, which, as I said, at half time there, that's what they probably do. But they actually came back out again and played, and that opened it up for us a little bit. We got the free kick in the 80th minute. Now, there was not a lot happening, to be fair. Probably if Bournemouth had the clearest chance of the game after Szoboszlai equalised. Great goal from Szoboszlai, super finish. We know what Szoboszlai can do. He's brilliant. And of course, they went up, had a great chance to put it wide. And then in the dying seconds there, Bournemouth snatched the winner. That second half was pretty much even. Liverpool had all the possession, but the chances probably, I think, fell a bit more for Bournemouth. So I don't know. Look, I don't want to be continuously giving out about Slot. I'm not even going to bother, actually, probably. I'm going to see what happens, let people talk and give their opinion. To be fair, I'm not even thinking of Slot at the moment. I just thought, look, we looked okay during the games. Then there was games we turned off. But defensively, we seemed a bit off, like it probably have been. But it's just, I don't know, we give away too many chances and too many goals. And yeah, it's just not positive, is it? Even if Liverpool had to draw that game, which they didn't, we have failed. We hear the unbeaten in so many games, but we failed to win a Premier League game in 5 games. So, you can throw it any way you want, but that's the reality. And when you look at them 5 fixtures in the Premier League that we failed to win, apart from Arsenal, we couldn't even beat any of the other 4, which we should. But we couldn't win 1. But look, I don't know. It's not good at the moment for Liverpool. Look, they're going to be battling for top 5. We know that. So this result, obviously you want your points, but it's not going to throw a big dent into their hopes of qualification. I think they'll be fine. Maybe not. Who knows? But hopefully not. Hopefully they'll be all right. But I don't know. But it's not good. It's not good. The results is not good. And I don't know where we're going to go from here. We'll see. Anyways, Slot will be there till the end of the season by the looks of it. And if he can pick it up, if we can get top 5 finish, and that we get better defensively and offensively, he could be there for another season. Who knows? But anyways, I'm not even thinking about that now. We're after getting a sucker punch there, and we lost 3-2. Anyways, that's it. Have a good weekend.